Welcome to the show, everybody. How are you guys doing on this fine, whatever day it is now there, then. Now.
It's now. See, no, then was now.
We just missed it. Yeah. This is Plastic Profiles. I am one of your hosts, AgentChuckles, and with me, as always, is...
Steve the Writing Dad. What's going on, everybody?
Steve the Writing Dad. We are here to do our show, Plastic Profiles, where we take a classic GI Joe file card, we review it, we read it, review it, learn it, live it, love it, and then we take we review its classic the corresponding action figure, and then we take the modern interpretation of the classified series or the retro classified series and determine which of those figures is more like. Are you with me?
Like a Rubik's Cube.
It's more like I'm still trying to find. I can't get red. I can't get the red side. Which of those figures is more like the character as described in that original file card? That's what we do. And then at the end of the show, we cast them in a movie based upon where they were born. So, for example, if Breaker is from Gatlinburg, Tennessee, we pick an actor or actress, depending on if we think that they can pull off the part. From Gatlinburg, or from Tennessee. Big bonus if they're from the actual same city, but if they're from Tennessee, and unless we decide we do not want to do that, because as you may know, rumor has it,
just know we are rebels. You see, you thought I was gonna shout it, but I didn't. You know why? Because we're rebels.
Quiet intensity. Yes, nothing the folks love more than quiet talking.
Well, when you do it right and you change up the level, it makes them hear and pay attention more. You're like, what did he say? So if I'm talking like this, you hear my voice, you can do anything you want to do. You can mess around in the kitchen, but if I start going like this and now you're like, what just happened here? You know, let me lean in, and you lean in. You do. Even when you whisper, you tend to lean in. You ever notice that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you see just my lips. Look at the close-up.
My screen was 80% Steve the Writing Dad. I was not prepared. So let's get the ball rolling today. As you probably know, if you click the icon, we are here for Ripper.
It's the Ripper.
Kelly Ripper.
Yeah. Can you imagine Kelly Ripper in this ensemble and battling with her tiny self? You know what I'm saying?
Now I want to see it.
That's all I can picture now.
Yeah. The little 50 pounds of Kelly Ripa with his jaws of life.
She's weighed down by all of this stuff.
She can't even pick it up off the ground.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So here is the 1985 Ripper file card. All of the classic images of the file cards and the toys are brought to us by 3D Joe's. Yeah, 3D Joe's. 3D Joe. Yeah.
Listen, folks, it's hard. Okay, being this creative, sometimes there's just no more gas in the tank. Okay, just give us a break. No. Okay.
You ever drove a car that you used to be able to go that fast, and then it's just the get up and go is just not there. It's
yeah.
I've diverted that talent elsewhere. Quote talent elsewhere. We'll say that.
Yeah.
So
well placed.
Yeah. So Dreadnought, code name Ripper, file name is Harry Nod. As we mentioned with Torch, the Nod last name is from the Dutch lullaby Winkin' and Nod, who are also the surnames for the three original team of Dreadnoughts.
Harry Nod.
Give me the old Harry Nod, if you know what I'm saying.
That's what, but in my mind, I don't know what it says about me. But in that instance, I heard Harry Nod. I'm like, that's okay. Like,
And I don't know what it says about me, but I felt the need to think the same things and then say it. His birthplace is Grim Cape, Tasmania.
That sounds terrible. Like, it just sounds like a rough place. Grim Cape.
Like it.
Yeah.
What? I've got a little bit about that coming up. There are devils in Tasmania, and Ripper is probably the meanest of them all. Was expelled from nursery school for extorting candy from his schoolmates and spent most of his adult life in various correctional institutions.
Okay.
He is a professional criminal motivated by greed and a malignant dislike for the niceties of civilization, except for motorcycles.
He likes those.
He likes the bikes. Specialty and MO, modus operandi, edged weapons and cutting tools. Is known throughout the swamps for using his blade like a cross between a fireman's axe and a can opener to unlock gates and crack safes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So he's there you go. We got an idea. Maybe not as much. We got a little bit about his personality, and then we got a little bit about what he can do and how he uses this can opener thing he comes with.
I like how it's just a broad spectrum, right? Like, nursery school, he was extorting candy.
Yeah.
Then he spent his adult life in like various facilities. Everything else, like, obviously he started off bad and just kept the train running.
Yeah. Yeah. And then he became a dentist.
Yes.
I saw a pussycat bashing his head.
He's actually, I mean, pretty good, man. Look at if you look at his teeth are immaculate. That's why he doesn't because it clashes with the tough guy persona.
Mm-hmm. All right, so before we get into the text, we have our clue. I will give you this, that it's all from the same song. It is a song lyric. Not necessarily the first line of the song, but it is in the song. So the first quote is, I might go shack up in Tasmania.
Yeah.
Does anybody know? I have a mic down here for the viewers.
Just okay. Real quick. I don't think anybody has ever uttered those words. Like,
no, somebody has, and it's been recorded.
I might shack up in Tasmania. Like, that's.
I'd play 8 seconds for you, but I'd get a copyright strike.
That's a reach, man. All right, cool.
Winkin', Blinkin' and Nod is a poem for children written by American writer and poet Eugene Field. Did we talk about this with Torch? I swear we did.
We did.
Okay, all right. So we're gonna skip through this.
Let's do a refresher.
Yeah. Published on March 9th, 1889. March 9th. Oh, we're recording this March 15th. Hey, look at that.
All right.
So close.
So close. Like, it's just a random fact that just really doesn't coincide with what you just said.
Oh, March 9th. Huh. Oh, it's January 6th. Weird. The original title was Dutch Lullaby. The poem is a fantasy bedtime story about 3 children sailing and fishing among the stars from a boat, which is a wooden shoe. The name suggests a sleepy child's blinking eyes and nodding head. The spelling of the names and the wooden shoe suggests Dutch language and names as hinted in the original title. So there's that. So the next quote is, before the ozone goes. I might go shack up in Tasmania before the ozone goes. These are consecutive lyrics. Okay. So right here we have the infamous Tasmanian devil. Yeah, he's kind of a cutie. Probably not really though.
Probably a pain in the
not
butt.
Yeah, I bet.
That's why they call it a devil. I was able to put that together.
The next line is, and paradise burns in Australia. So fun facts about Tasmania. Tasmania is the world's 26th largest island. Tasmania has the world's cleanest air.
Wow.
Tasmania was first discovered on November 24th, 1642 by Abel Tasman.
Oh. Tasmania.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
Yeah. More than 20% of Tasmania is Tasmanian Wilderness World Heritage Area. Hobart is the second driest capital city in Australia.
All right.
There's a little nugget for you. No, I don't care who the first is, but
Cool.
Hobart is second. Tasmania has the oldest trees in the world.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Tasmania has dense rainforests. The Tasmanian devil is the largest carnivorous marsupial in the world.
Huh.
These koala bears got teeth. No, I don't know. I don't know. What's the joke? Never mind. Tasmania has over 2,000 kilometers of walking tracks and 18 national parks.
Wow, not bad for 28th, 26th place.
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah. Suck it, 27th. I don't know who the 27th is. Mount Asa is the highest mountain in Tasmania. So there's some fascinating facts about Tasmania. And if you'd like to learn more, look down below. There is the link I took it from.
Okay.
TasmanianExpeditions.com.au. Who knows is the next line of the song. So let's recap from here. I might go shack up in Tasmania before the ozone goes. I might go shack up in Tasmania. Oh, how did I go backwards? Sorry.
Yeah.
Before the ozone goes and paradise burns in Australia. Who knows? Okay. So Tasmania has its share of outlaw biker gangs, or bikies, as we learned with tourists that Bikies, mate. Bikies. We got bikies. Look out. We got bikies.
Australian for bikers.
There's bikies in Oz. Look out.
It was terrible.
I'd like to sincerely apologize to any Australian listeners out there. That was our caricature that we have built up in our heads as simple
yes
Americans. Okay. So there's a picture of their covers.
Mine was pretty good, though.
What do they call those? What's that?
I thought mine was pretty good. I'm just saying.
No, that was his. Mine was great. No, this is their cuts. Their cuts. That's what they call those in the Sons of Anarchy, anyway. Their jackets with their gang patches, or motorcycle gang patches on the back. I left my phone in Sydney. Is the next line of the song. Tasmania is home to 7 outlaw motorcycle organizations. You know it's Australian because there's an S in organizations across the state. They are Bandidos, Rebels, Devil's Henchmen, the Devil's Riders, Outlaws, Nomads, and the Black Uhlans. And total about 26. And about 260 members, more than South Australia. So there's a lot in Tasmania.
That's a lot.
That's the the idea. Because all the stress outdid me. So, and I might go shack up in Tasmania before the ozone goes and paradise burns in Australia. Who knows? I left my phone in Sydney because all the stress outdid me. Okay. I'm not going to recap every line, but I never even... Fun fact, I've never heard the song in my life.
Okay.
And I still haven't.
Okay. That's interesting. So, I thought you just made this up yourself. I said, okay.
Well, no, this is a real song.
He's rhyming now. That's that's nice.
But I've never listened to the band or the song for 1 second. The Bandidos say motorcycle clubs will never be legislated out of existence, and they would happily work with the Tasmanian community to address concerns in a detailed submission arguing against amendments to the law to target outlaw motorcycle gangs. So they passed amendments to basically split these gangs up because there are so many. It's become a problem.
Yeah.
I love the little sombrero on the back of their
Bandidos.
Yeah.
Well, that's how you know it's a small world, right? Yeah. Because they're in Australia. You get the sombrero. That's that's a Mexican thing for the most part.
Yeah.
And
as I understand it, that's Spanish for the bandits.
You're good. You, my friend, you're good. I'm just letting you know. That was astute.
Okay. Ooh, I don't know why that hit me so hard. Ooh. Okay. Because all the stress outdid me. Bikie gang legislation in Tasmania makes it illegal for a convicted offender to consort with another convicted offender within 5 years of being given an official warning notice. So you've got 5 years before you can hang out with your buddies again, legally, assuming they don't also get in trouble.
Well, I think that's not a concern for them because, outlaw.
Yeah, they're not following the law.
I don't think that's a big concern. You know what I mean? And then just new rule: whenever we have to say bikey, we got to say like bikey. We can't just say bikey. We got to say bikey. That we got to give that Australian.
Yeah, yeah. That is all right. Yep.
Bikey.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's a good way to weed out the ones who really haven't truly pledged themselves. I'm not going to give up my freedom to go hang out with Chad over there. Like he's not committed to the cause. Get him out, right?
He's not a true bikey.
Yeah.
Toss him.
So there we go. Should I be worried about my kidney or worried about war? Yeah, probably the song's both. Taking a turn. The song is taking a turn.
Probably both.
Now, truthfully, this particular little, this is for our listeners. We have the Hearst Jaws of Life pictured and a little bit about it. Truthfully, this should have been later on in the episode, but because this is something that comes with the classified figure. But this is sort of the learning portion of the episode, so that's where I put it. So the Hearst Jaws of Life introduced the industry's first rescue tool in the 1970s and revolutionized the industry again in 2010 with the first battery-powered rescue tool line, giving first responders freedom from... No, I'll stop. First responders freedom from external power sources and faster deployment at the scene of a rescue. In 2014, Hearst launched the next generation of hydraulic battery-powered rescue tools with the debut of the E2 line, which was stronger, lighter, and easier to handle. Look out for E3, everybody.
That's right.
The debut of the industry. The debut of the industry's first watertight submersible tool line continues the company's tradition of innovation.
Just a fun fact for anybody. Those things are heavy. Those things are heavy. You are not, you are not walking around. Like the battery power ones are lighter. And the only reason I know this is because of, being a firefighter for so long, we use different tools.
Right.
We had the Hertz and we had the hydraulic on the engine. And then we had the battery powered one on the truck. Battery powered one was a little bit lighter, more maneuverable. Still not something you're comfortable like just lugging around like, hey, what's going on, guys? I'm here to wreck shop. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to get you out of this car real fast. Those things are heavy.
So to put it in layman's terms, how many Kelly Rippers would you say it would take to hold that?
I don't know. Kelly Ripa looks like shredded. Have you ever seen her like with her little arms, man? She got like corded muscles, dude. Like I think she's one of those things that she's one of those people that are just like ridiculously stronger than she looks. So maybe 1.5, maybe
one and a half Kelly Rippers. Got it.
Yeah. I just tell you this, I wouldn't want to arm wrestle Kelly Ripa if looking at those guns. Like I know, no, I'm good.
Very good. So to finalize our little trivia, that song is called
Nobody Cares.
Yeah, just move on. That song is called Tasmania by the band Pond. Tasmania by Pond. Okay. Are we all happy with that?
Right. You know what the thing is that you go through so much like to get this together. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's out there except for that one Australian listener. He's just like, yeah, I know them. Like,
it's Pond. It's Pond. Screaming at the screen.
Oh gosh. I used to like you guys.
Yeah. Thumbs down. So here is the classic 1985 Ripper packaging. Just great artwork. You can see he's prying something apart with his little... I always thought that was a jackhammer. But I never had the figure, so I didn't know that those little dealies spread out. They actually do articulate like that. So, I never had the figure. I don't know. I know he's Ripper, but why couldn't a jackhammer ripping and stuff? I don't know. Made sense to me at 9.
Hammer.
Yeah. And then you can see.
Let me not even go there because I was going to give him a different name. So
give him the old hairy nod.
Not Jacker.
And the 1985 Ripper figure breakdown. He's got his power jaws, is what they officially call it. He's got a rifle with splitter. He's got this hydraulic hose that attaches to the full-size generator he wears on his back, the power pack. There's a frame on the backpack. He's got a knife molded to his chest. He's got a hand grenade molded to his chest, and he has a pistol molded on his thigh. And then, he's got some other things that are pretty trademarked for like his deals, right? Like Michael Jackson's got his glove. Ripper, well, he's going to have his funky sunglasses, his awful haircut, awful face, and then he's got his jagged whatever things around his neck.
But I guarantee you his teeth are pristine.
Yeah, I bet. So his next we have the classified Ripper box.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed this artwork. These boxes, we get the artwork in the front, prominent, so we can see, because I really, really like these portraits. I don't care about seeing the toy posed on the front, but I enjoy it because there's usually little Easter eggs and things. You can see there's a drum set there, making reminds everybody about Cold Slither from back in the day and things like that. I enjoy it, but that art is what I really like, and I'd rather it be more than just on the side of the box. But
get a big display.
Yeah.
You know what they should start doing? All jokes aside, for a separate pamphlet. Maybe that you can have a small little card, or like a 5x7 with that artwork in it. Like that's an extra treat. So Hasbro, come on, man.
You know what they could do? They could take those and put sports players on them and then package them with bubble gum.
Oh, God.
Even better, they could make them smaller than 5x7.
Genius. And then the gum
sticks to it.
It's like rock candy.
Yeah.
Right?
Glass. It's really glass.
Pretty much. You know how many gums I've cut for that? Not many, because I was good at chewing gum. But that stuff would get you every time.
But
that's a novel idea.
No, but classified series trading cards, I think, would be amazing. I happen to keep my Baroness card here, my Baroness rookie card.
That's right.
I don't think they did that in GI Joe, but classified series of trading cards with that artwork on it, I think would be amazing.
That would be dope. Yeah. So Hasbro, come on.
And yet another thing that I wouldn't know how to display.
We just have them, Just have them in binders.
Yeah.
Like Pokemon cards.
I spent so much money on Pokemon cards in the early 2000s. It was
you tried to catch them
at Toys R Us, and I was a gym leader for the we would bring the kids in on the weekends, and I would just sit there, freshly hungover, and drinking a Mountain Dew or whatever.
All right, guys,
sunglasses on,
get it together with
my buddy Mikey.
We're about to do this,
and we're hosting these kids. We had them in different places, but eventually we ended up in the break room. So then we'd get all the other employees coming in too while the kids are playing, and they're like, "Oh, I forgot this was the thing." But I had a blast doing the gym lead, the Pokemon gym. But so much money on, golly.
Oh, you got to catch them all, man.
And then eventually I just started throwing them in garbage bags because I just had so many dang cards.
You had nowhere else to put them.
What am I going to do with these cards? I have the best ones in a binder now, but Like, what am I going to do? Like, I'm not going to get them graded. Like, I think you can trade them in at GameStop and for credit, but I'm not getting them graded.
Have to pay to get them graded, like officially. Like, and it's not. Yeah,
I'll trade them in right the way they are now, but I will not get them graded. No.
Right.
Maybe I could. I think they do leagues. Maybe I can sell them to the kids at their leagues.
Absolutely.
Anyway, there's a to-do list for me.
Hey,
back on topic. The classified Ripper figure comes with his rifle thing, and he has a sort of pistol, and it's he's got his knife that actually does come out. It's a very cool knife. He has his the Hearst Jaws of Life deal there. I guess Jaws of Life is that like a
no, Jaws of Life is a brand like that.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's like a hot tub whirlpool thing, like not or a jacuzzi. Not everything is a jacuzzi because that's what. Right.
Correct. Yep.
Right. Very good. Bad host.
Nah. I'm glad. You know what though? I'm glad that he actually has a pistol.
Yeah.
Because you're not fighting with that. You're not fighting with the spreader. It's just not gonna happen. Oh wait,
but just move him over there. Like
those things are slow. He's like, no, wait, stand right there. Let me open this. Just a second, mate.
Stand still, won't you?
Keep going. It's really gonna put you in a binder. And then
I'm trying to move you 12 inches over that way.
Yeah. Hey, step in the middle here, like right now.
Wait patiently for death.
Because once it gets a hold of you, you're through, buddy.
Say hello to the Grim Reaper for me. Hang on. It's coming. He does have removable sunglasses, and they gave him a little tattoo deal on his eye there and all that. So
every good bike he should have one.
That's right. He does have two grenades molded onto his chest rig thing, and then he has instead of jagged metal shards or whatever those things were on his necklace, he now has razor blades on his necklace. So to complete the look, and I think this is probably one of the better of the Dreadnoks figures they've released to this date. Buzzer will be the next Dreadnok we do most likely, and then we'll get to that, and then I'll tell you how he's not.
Word.
No, he's okay. They're all okay. So Steve the Writing Dad, who's crikey and who's creaky? I think honestly, I think both of those mean bad things. But
I was about to say, like, what's the difference?
I don't know. I guess there's crikey, like you're excited. Then
crikey.
I don't know.
I don't know either. All right. So first, I'm gonna just say the classic figure looks like he has serious facial drooping.
Yeah,
he looks almost like a Muppet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so angry because I got to carry this big thing everywhere. Cheeks fold,
Yeah.
Looks like a Sharpay almost. But we all know where I'm going to go with this.
We do.
Classified figure. Right. It's a better looking figure. It just fits, for me. This fits the character. There's not a lot when you look at the file card. There's not a lot going on. He's a thug, that likes to break stuff up. He comes from that mold almost, and the classified fits that. All day. Yeah, all day. You look at that dude, you see, a bikey, and he has the Crocodile Dundee blade. And that's not a knife. He got that going.
Right.
The dude is ready for war, man. And then when he wants to break into his door or safe, now he has that big thing that he can lug around. And I'm serious. Those things are heavy, man.
Yeah. It takes a Kelly Ripa and a half to carry.
No, it does. It takes at least a Kelly Ripa and a half, all day. But shout out to Kelly Ripa because those guns are amazing, girl.
It's probably my favorite unit of measurement.
That's right. You know what? Sealed. That's the bar right there.
Because she's only 12 inches tall too, so there's you can measure with length or
in your pocket,
how much you can carry.
I like it. That's folks. Anybody listening? That is our unit of measure now. Okay,
Yeah.
All right.
So I have to echo what you're saying. The classic figure is classic, but this classified version is the best.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I would do different, and it's something maybe they'll do a retro
Here
version
we
of
go. No, just...
well, I can't. Not there's nothing really perfect. I would say the classified version's boots aren't quite the same. Now, would he wear that kind now? Maybe, probably, but they're not quite like. I think what Buzzer or Ripper is wearing there are motorcycle style boots on the classic figure, and that's not. He's got more tactical, more military style boots there. So if I were to look at something, and then he's got the built-in knee pads,
right.
like those don't come on blue jeans generally.
Right, he glued them on.
Yeah.
On all of them. Like he
Yeah.
just, all right.
So maybe for the retro figure, they could give him different, motorcycle style boots and give him regular blue jeans, But I mean, it's hard. Those are nitpicks. And I really do like the classified figure. So that's who I'm picking as well. We've got a double win for Ripper.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. So now that brings us to the point in the show where we cast him in a movie on a little thing that we like to call casting call.
Casting call.
Casting call. Casting call, where we cast a GI Joe or Cobra based upon where the character was born, unless we decide we don't want to.
That's right.
And we know that Ripper was born in Tasmania, or Australia, and so I decided to play by the rules today. And because I'll go ahead and go first, I chose Sam Worthington to play Ripper. He is a proper Australian. And I actually found pictures that made him look like that. Look just like Ripper. He's got the funky glasses and he's got the mohawk, and he's already cosplaying Ripper.
I like it. I didn't look at any of those pictures at all, but he was up there. And we don't even have to go because Sam Worthington was the one that I had picked.
Oh, yeah?
I did pick Sam Worthington.
Oh, wow. Nice.
I did. I could have picked a bigger guy, like Chris Hemsworth and, Hugh Jackman. But for me, Sam Worthington, he does it. I like him. I think he does have good range. I think he's underrated as an actor.
I think so.
And right there, the pictures that you picked out they do look good. I like them.
Yeah. I think realistically, if he were to be cast, I think he probably would be a GI Joe more than likely. Based upon the actors they probably would actually get in a real life movie versus, and I don't know that the Dreadnoughts would classify having top tier actors. And not that Sam Worthington is necessarily an A-list actor, but he's pretty darn close.
Well,
I mean, he did lead what franchise was it? The Blue, yeah. And then he was in a Terminator of some kind too, I think. And like Terminator number 7 or
something. I can't remember.
Terminator 7 Retermination. I don't know what they're called, but
I lost track after part 2, bro. After Judgment Day, like I was like, no, this was the penultimate. Like this was the dopest Terminator you can do. Everything else for me was nah.
You know what blows my mind every so often? I remember that Christian Bale was in a Terminator movie. I go, yeah, he was.
Yeah.
And then I don't remember anything that happened in it.
No, I do remember that one. I do remember that one somewhat, but it wasn't good enough to leave like a lasting impression, at all. None of them are. None of them.
Terminator is very popular amongst the fans.
I don't care. No. Judgment Day was where it was at, folks.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway. All right.
Yeah. Cut. So there you go. Double win. We both picked classified. We both picked Sam Worthington to portray Ripper. Awesome sauce. So here's our little.
A lot of those other Australian actors.
Yeah, there's a lot of Australian actors that are quality, but you've got to be able to spread them around.
Yeah, man.
So there's our checklist. You can see that now Torch and Ripper are checked off for the Dreadnoks. We have Buzzer and Monkey Wrench left as the initial 4. And actually Thrasher joined this year, and he's not on here because he's a vehicle driver, but once they make a Thrasher, we'll throw him up there too.
Hell yeah.
So there you go. There's who we've done. And now there's us. So hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please like and subscribe. And again, I'm Agent Chuckles. I like to take toy pictures. We do Steve the Writing Dad and I and some friends of ours like to do these little skits with Beachhead. Beachhead's classified reviews, as I like to call it. He's on TikTok. He's here on YouTube's. I try to throw them around anywhere I can. They're just 3-minute little skits, and there's voice acting and plots.
We have fun, folks.
And we have fun. And I hope you like them, and I hope you have fun with them as well. You can find links to all that down below. Steve the Writing Dad, why don't you tell them about what you do?
Come to writingdad.com. You can find all my social medias there. We talk about just different experiences about being a dad. We also throw up short stories here and there because, I am the writing dad. So, kind of makes sense. So, love to see you. All right.
All right. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Yo, Joe, everybody.
Yo, Joe.